day, thousands of volunteers across the globe donate their precious time and energy to a vast array of campaigning causes, changing the lives of so many.
Few of these are more relevant in today's society than that of the animal rights and welfare sector, where people from all walks of life and age groups are taking time out of their busy schedules to care for the animal kingdom and the natural environment.
Whether it be mucking out cages, exercising the animals, going to governments and changing the animal welfare policies, or using their surgical expertise, volunteers are the staple of our society. And without volunteers, society would fall apart at the seams.
Hi, I'm Luke.
And I'm Amelia.
And we here at Animal Volunteers Abroad are giving 6 lucky school leavers the ultimate gap year to travel to some exotic destinations for the adventure of a lifetime.
Each winner will receive an all-expenses-paid trip of a lifetime to a mystery destination where they will get the opportunity to volunteer at an animal welfare organisation.
So whether you love bears, dogs, cats, dolphins, rhinos, whatever the animal, we want to hear from you. So after this video, head to the website and check out the entry details and get that ball rolling.
In this video, we speak to some incredible people in Thailand and Singapore who are already doing amazing things for animal rights and welfare. And I had the wonderful opportunity of speaking to the volunteers at their World Animal Day Festival.
Before all that though, we got the awesome opportunity to board the Steve Irwin and chat to some of the crew from the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. So please, enjoy the show. Josh is from the Sam Simon, which is just behind us. What is it that you do over there?
So on the Sam Simon, I'm the bosun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what does the bosun do?
The bosun is in charge of the deck department, which on campaign takes care of the actions like on the outside of the ship.
That's awesome, and you're obviously not from Australia, so tell us a bit about how you came to be part of this organisation.
Yeah, I'm from Italy, and I just got involved into the environmental movement since I was like about 14 probably.
There's quite a few accents on these ships. How many nationalities do you have down here?
Well, Sea Shepherd is an international organization. That means that we have people from all over the world, and like usually when we are on campaign, there's always about like 22 different countries like out of our volunteers, but there's not really a number of countries that we want to limit ourselves.
What would you say is like the average age group for people who come and join you on this?
Well, we have all sorts of age. Like we go from really young people that are actually waiting to be 18 to join the ships, and then we have like people with a lifetime experience that are like just filling in quite a few important roles, and there's not really a rule.
So what can someone at the age of 17 do to sort of get excited and get moving and get the experience that is sort of necessary to be
Well, for sure at that age you can start being an on-shore volunteer.
Okay.
And this organization needs help on shore. It's not all about the ships. You need a massive group of people that start to raise awareness and funds, most importantly, because maintaining the ship costs so much money, and organizing campaigns costs a lot of money. So we need those funds. And people before being 18 is like fantastic. Like they can do events in their school, organize dinners, or like all sorts of fundraising.
All right, so hi, we're here with James. So tell us a little bit about yourself, James.
Well, basically I've been with Sea Shepherd for 4 years, and spent most of my time on deck in charge of the deck crew. So we're like launching small boats and putting divers in, and making sure the helicopter's safe when it goes up and that sort of stuff. If you're ready to go for it, you can join Sea Shepherd, and you can do just about anything you could dream of. I mean, you have to follow a lot of rules. You have to be very disciplined, but people come on, they don't know how to do anything. They end up driving small boats. One of our crew started as a deck crew, now he's flying the helicopter. I mean,
oh wow,
yeah,
okay, cool.
I mean, he's trained for that.
Oh, of course.
He's done a lot of, some stuff,
Just jump in, chill.
So after the interview, can I have a go?
You fly a toy helicopter.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, we've got to do a lot of mundane chores and everything, but it is amazing. Like we have pretty young people, like 20 or something, and it's amazing how much responsibility they can take on. I'm always amazed.
Have you had a moment on the ship in the last 3 or 4 years you've gone, this is why I'm here?
Well, I mean, it does happen regularly on lots of campaigns, but one campaign we had up in the Faroe Islands in Scandinavia, we were trying to protect the pilot whales there, and we found a pod of like several hundred pilot whales and dolphins all in the water. A few of us jumped in a small boat and we put on dry suits and went snorkeling.
Yeah.
And it's just great to be with a crew of people. You know, a lot of the crew are so intelligent and they work so hard, and you know, they're just great people. And you know, to have all this expensive gear that we can play with, like helicopters and small boats.
Hi guys, I'm Amelia and this is Julia, and we're here at World Animal Day today in Fed Square. So Julia, how about you tell us a little bit about your organisation?
I'm a volunteer with Whisper. Being a volunteer is just a way that you can kind of work into your life and your lifestyle by giving something back. So you can put as much or as little time in as you want and just working around your schedule. It's a little bit more than donating money, basically. It kind of makes you more hands-on to the organisation that you're supporting. So yeah, every little bit counts, and it's just a really nice way to give back.
So Thomas, tell me a little bit about your organisation.
So the Orangutan Project is a non-for-profit organisation, and essentially we raise funds to go towards a number of projects and centres in Borneo and Sumatra that are protecting orangutans both in the wild and ones that have been rescued.
So do you have any experience going over to Borneo and seeing all this in person?
Yeah, I've been to Borneo a couple of times. So I went over the first time to Malaysia, Borneo, Sarawak, and it was essentially just a tour, and I got to see some of the different centres over there and you know, meet some of the local people and stay with them. My second time was Kalimantan, so Indonesia, Borneo, and actually lived with a indigenous community there who is completely independent, you know, off the grid.
So what's it like being a volunteer for this organisation?
So as volunteers for the Orangutan Project, we primarily run fundraisers. So we have stalls like this at festivals or street stalls. We also run trivia nights and you know, some different kinds of fundraisers. And you know, it's good. I've done this for about 3 years. I started when I was 14. And it's, you know, it's obviously a good feeling being able to contribute towards a good cause and also help educate the public about how they can help. Yeah, it's great.
I'm from Oscarsaw, and Oscarsaw is a campaign to shut down factory farming of dogs in Australia and to stop selling puppies through pet shops. We just ask for people, if they want to get involved, just to drop us an email. We go around to all the council expos, things like that. We're starting up an advocate program, which is just up and running. Yeah, so anybody that wants to volunteer, all they need to do is drop us an email.
Our group, Australian Anti-Vivisection Activists, is a group who engage in activism, public information and debate. And we also do talks on the subject of animal experimentation, also known as vivisection. Universities, at hospitals, almost all of the so-called medical research is funding animal experiments. And they're not curing any human diseases. Yeah, we're happy to take volunteers, anyone from say 16 upwards, to man stalls, to attend demonstrations, to write letters and engage in other forms of activism to make the public aware of animal experimentation.
And what does Soy Dog do? Do you have volunteers over in those countries?
Yeah. There's a shelter, a large shelter in Phuket, another in Bangkok. In Phuket, there's about 400 dogs there at the shelter.
Wow.
So they've got some staff there, but heavily reliant on volunteers. So you can go over there and spend some time and walk dogs and hang out with the dogs, and it's a great experience.
Hello, I'm John Daly, one of the co-founders of Soy Dog Foundation here on Phuket in Thailand. David's a volunteer vet from the UK who's given up a few months of his time to come over to Thailand.
And it's nice to be able to do something to help.
Hello, my name is Petra and this is Lulu. She's our guard dog here at the Gibbon Rehabilitation Project. I'm from Finland, but I've been volunteering here on and off for nearly 10 years now.
Hi, I'm Louis Zeng. I'm the Executive Director and founder of ACRES. ACRES is a Singapore-based charity and institution of public character, and we were founded in 2001 by Singaporeans with the main aim of fostering compassion and respect for all animals. We have a variety of volunteer programs at ACRES. So we have 16 full-time staff now, but if you look at the work we do, the vast majority is really supported by our volunteers.
Yeah, it's generally sort of doing the rounds of medications and things in the morning and operating in the afternoon. And usually when we get new arrival dogs, that's usually in the afternoons as well.
It's full on here all the time. You have to have a stomach and nerves of steel to work here and no emotions. There's nobody richer in my opinion than John and I and also the shelter staff here, because of we see the difference that we make, and that's our reward.
I'm a student. I'm studying, well, I'm about to go to university to study English Lit, and I'm just doing this in the meantime.
I'm a student, but I don't do anything to do with animals. I do art and design.
It's my first time at Acres, not my first time volunteering. I googled animal conservation charities.
Well, I've volunteered at a couple of different places in Thailand. I volunteered at International Animal Rescue in India. I volunteered at a couple of different places in Ecuador as well.
No 2 days are the same, so in that respect, you can never say the work is boring. So the volunteers that come who can take the dogs out for a walk is absolutely fantastic. But we've started having to warn people because they will see upsetting things, and it's not like a Western shelter. Our biggest repeat volunteer is a guy called Rob from San Francisco, and he's been coming here now for 6 years every summer, and he spends a whole month doing nothing but bathing dogs from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock at night.
It changes every day. The things I do consistently involve cleaning turtles and tortoise enclosures, helping with the medicine with the animals and their vetting.
I think you get to do a lot more in a smaller place like this because it's not just the same every day. They need you to do different things.
We didn't really need much knowledge beforehand, other than the fact that we were interested in looking after the animals that were here. And they pretty much taught us everything we needed to know about what we were doing.
You need people with the right attitude, self-motivated, and you have serious compassion for animals, and you are happy to take responsibility for what you're doing here. Please come along.